Daniel Boone, the pioneer who blazed America's frontier. Imagine a time when much of America was wild, untamed wilderness. It was in this daunting yet thrilling world that a man named Daniel Boone rose to fame. Known for carving paths through the untamed frontier, Boone embodies the spirit of exploration and adventure. In this 10-minute journey, we'll uncover the fascinating life of a man who was both an American pioneer and a complex individual. From his early love of the wilderness to his role in shaping the nation's westward movement, Boone's story is one of grit, vision, and adventure. But what lies beneath the myths? Let's separate fact from fiction and step into the wild world of Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone was born on November 2, 1734, in Berks County, Pennsylvania, to a family of Quakers. Early on, he showed a keen love for the outdoors, spending his days exploring the forests and hunting with remarkable skill by the age of 12. While most children of the era helped on family farms or followed traditional trades, Boone followed his passion for nature, honing survival skills that would define his life. In 1751, his family moved to North Carolina, and this move deepened Daniel's connection to the wilderness. Here, the seeds were planted for his eventual role as a frontiersman. His upbringing, centered on simplicity, faith, and community, instilled resilience, resourcefulness, and a sense of independence in young Boone. Daniel Boone's life was forever transformed in 1769 when he first set his sights on Kentucky, a region of immense beauty and fertile land. To settlers, Kentucky appeared as a land of opportunity, untouched and ripe for exploration. But it was also treacherous territory, filled with dense forests, unpredictable wildlife, and resistance from Native American tribes who had called the area home for generations. Boone became renowned for his skills as a woodsman and his role in expanding westward access. His most famous contribution? Carving the Wilderness Road. In 1775, he led a team of frontiersmen to cut a 300-mile path through the Cumberland Gap, a natural pass through the Appalachian Mountains. Though the wilderness was challenging, Boone thrived in this unpredictable environment. His ability to navigate uncharted terrain, track game, and lead settlers made him a living legend at the time. His determination to open Kentucky to settlers helped transform the frontier into a cornerstone of American expansion and identity. Boone's story, like America's westward expansion, was deeply intertwined with the Native American tribes who inhabited the land long before settlers arrived. The push for migration into Kentucky sparked conflict between these newcomers and indigenous populations who saw the settlers as invaders. Boone experienced both cooperation and violent clashes with Native Americans. A notable incident occurred in 1778 when Boone was captured by the Shawnee tribe during an attack on his settlement in Boonesboro, Kentucky. Rather than trying to kill him, they admired his skill and resilience, adopting him into their tribe. However, Boone later escaped, rejoining the settlers in what became part of the narrative of his cunning and bravery. Despite personal relationships with some Native individuals, Boone's story reflects the consequences of westward expansion. Settlers' encroachment on indigenous lands led to the forced displacement of Native populations and the eventual loss of their ancestral territories. Boone's achievements are celebrated, but they are inseparable from this tragic reality. Life on the frontier was far from easy. Boone faced countless dangers, from wild animals to hostile attacks. The rugged wilderness tested both physical and mental fortitude. On numerous occasions, Boone narrowly escaped death. One incredible episode of survival occurred when he was pursued relentlessly by a group of native warriors. Relying on his unmatched tracking and stealth skills, Boone evaded capture by hiding in the dense woods for days. These life-or-death encounters earned Boone a reputation for resourcefulness and grit. Personal losses also defined Boone's life. His family often faced hardships, including the kidnapping of one of his daughters by native raiders. Though Boone led a rescue mission and brought her home, tragedies such as these cast a shadow over his adventurous spirit. The constant risk and emotional toll of frontier life revealed Boone as not just a hero, but a human being who persevered through unimaginable challenges. Daniel Boone is often romanticized as the ultimate frontiersman, rugged individualist embodying the American dream of courage, self-reliance, and exploration. Through his leadership on the frontier, Boone's life represented the promise of opportunity in the new territories. But Boone was also a man trapped between myth and reality. His adventures were exaggerated in popular stories, turning him into a larger-than-life folk hero. Yet these myths played a powerful role in shaping America's broader narrative of westward expansion and the pioneering spirit. In many ways, Boone's legacy is mixed. While his achievements opened vast new lands to settlers, his life also symbolizes the unintended consequences of expansion, especially the displacement of native populations. This complexity is important for understanding Boone in the context of history, not just as a folklore figure, but as a man who lived at the intersection of triumph and controversy. As fame grew, Boone's later years took a different turn. Financial struggles and legal disputes over land overshadowed the end of his career. Despite helping open the frontier, Boone himself failed to secure land ownership, leaving him nearly penniless. In his final years, Boone moved to Missouri, where he lived with his extended family. His adventurous spirit persisted. He continued to explore and hunt well into his old age. Boone passed away in 1820, but his death was far from the end of his story. After his passing, Boone's life and adventures became immortalized in books, paintings, and media. He was celebrated as a symbol of American perseverance, with some stories distorting his real-life achievements into legendary exploits. This romantic depiction helped cement Boone's place in history as the quintessential pioneer. Daniel Boone's story is about more than just cutting trails through the wilderness. It's a reminder of the daring spirit that defined America's early years, one filled with ambition, resilience, and discovery. His tireless efforts to expand the frontier opened opportunities for settlers and helped lay the groundwork for a growing nation. But it's also a story laced with complexity. Boone's role in westward expansion reflects the tension between progress and its consequences. While new trails brought opportunity to settlers, they also led to the displacement of native populations and irrevocable changes to the land. In the end, Daniel Boone stands as both a hero and a lens into the complexity of early American history. His life encourages us to celebrate human resilience while also reflecting on the cost of progress. Whether you're a history enthusiast or just someone intrigued by adventure, Boone's story offers inspiration, perspective, and a reminder of the power of vision in shaping the world around us. As we reflect on Boone's incredible journey, one question lingers. What trails might we carve in our own lives, inspired by his persistence and courage?
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us.